didn't think I didn't heard enough gangster talk for the day. We're gonna get into this real quick. Oh, let's jump into this one. Man, do we got a story to tell? Well, I don't got a story to tell. This young lady got a story to tell. And when I tell y'all, I don't care how many y'all think y'all players, how many y'all think y'all pimps, max, none of that. When you meet a woman like this is the type of woman that would teach you a lesson. This is the type of woman that'll make you ball up, curl up in the corner and cry. If you ever got your heart broke before, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anybody that's sitting on here acting like they just too cool, too player, too pimpish, too mackish, man, you fronting. You fronting, man. So look, this girl her name is, I'm just gonna give you her last name, it's Malone. Y'all gotta go find her on TikTok. That's where Rick Rock found her at, on TikTok. TikTok is a place I go to when I wanna laugh. When I be over here, man, it's too much gangsters, too many tough guys, too many bad guys, there's too many tough stories. So I go to TikTok and I get my laughs for the day. I love to joke, I love to laugh, and that's where I go. Y'all going over to TikTok and y'all find this girl. All you gotta do is put this title in, she will pop up, trust me. Now, I done been in some relationships with some effed up women before, man. And this, I ain't gonna even say all that, but the one I've been with, man, I thought she was something, but now she's a saint compared to this one. Man, if any one of y'all been in a relationship and you thought that you had a bad relationship, you might want to go back and rekindle that, because I don't think nobody is worse than her. This one had the son, this one had the dad, and this one had the brother. Y'all want to see? Y'all want to see what I'm talking about? Ooh, let me take y'all over here, man. Come check this out right here. Let's go.
Hey, part two. I done took about 5 shots because, baby, the bottle is fucking gone. But anyways, let's get back into the story. And before I get back into the story, please keep I see y'all comments, please keep y'all disrespect to a minimum, like, for real. And some of y'all just crazy talking about, so my first baby dad is related to my child. How? I didn't say his biological dad. And him and the mom wasn't even married. They was just dating. So technically, it really wasn't his stepdad. But I just say stepdad because my first baby dad called him dad. So, okay, so, yeah. So I'm in the bed with this man. We didn't do nothing. We didn't even talk. I'm not even going to lie. I was creeped out. I was very creeped out. Because I'm like, I did not come all the way to Minnesota to share rooms with this man. We didn't even talk to each other. Nothing. Like, I'm telling y'all, it was nothing. So my first baby dad ended up finding out I'm back in Minnesota. I told him, I'm like, what's up? Let's link up. Mind y'all, he never met his son because he thought I was in a whole other state. He wasn't coming to Ohio. So, my son, like 5 months at this point. He met his son at 5 months. So we finally link up. He fell in love with my baby. He fell back in love with me. He left his girlfriend just like that. But mind y'all, me and him was dating since we was like 15 or whatever, 16. And then when I moved away, he got a girlfriend. But when I was in Ohio, we did have a long distance relationship. But y'all know how it is. It's kind of hard to have a long distance relationship. But when I ended up pregnant, we call ourselves just being together off and on. It was just a whole lot. Like, this was like my first love. So that's how me and the stepdad had built this relationship, because he used to call me and tell me everything my baby dad used to do and say about me. He'll be like, video call me, I'm finna show you he with this girl right now, and he'll be putting them on the camera and stuff, and that shit was really hurting my feelings, y'all, so bad, because me and him caught ourselves doing a long distance relationship shit. But so y'all listen, this where it get juicy at, right? So I tell my baby dad, like, ask your mom, can I stay with you, so we can try to work get our own apartment, get some jobs and stuff like that. You feel me? So he was like, all right, bet. But my Dukes wasn't having it. She wasn't having it. She like, ain't nobody finna stay with me. She was done. She was even done with her kids. She was done. She like, everybody got to move the fuck around. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. She was a good-ass grandma. She did pass away. So I'm not gonna disrespect his mom. We did have our ups and downs through this whole situation. But one thing I can always say, she was a good grandma. This is where it get real juicy at. So I'm sitting at her house. You know what I'm saying? We eating. So I'm feeling like, okay, my baby dad, like, talk to her, maybe, whatever. So, next thing you know, she like, yeah, my man finna come over. So, we gonna have to move around and stuff like that. So why is a knock on the door? Mind y'all, The person that I'm staying with, my second baby dad, who is now my second baby dad, he was blowing up my phone, like, where you at? What time you coming home? Oh, you with him? So I'm just like, it was giving off. I didn't know he liked me, y'all. I'm talking about in person, we didn't really talk. So I didn't know he liked me for real. So, he blowing up my phone, whatever. Next thing you know, he knocking on the door. And he walk in and he was like, what's up? I look at him, I'm like, oh, this is weird. Then he go say, what's up, JoJo, to my son, give him a 5. My son already familiar with his face, so hey, whatever. So, my baby. So I guess it's a man instinct to know when something ain't right or something off. His mama didn't really put 2 and 2 together, but he like, how you know my son's name? He like, oh, I'm friends with her on Facebook and shit like that. So my baby dad take his crybaby ass in the room and start lurking on my page and see that the man started loving all my pictures and, stuff like that, whatever. So as we in the house, he's texting me like, what's going on with y'all two? I'm like, what you mean what's going on with us two? Like, so my first baby dad was just basically trying to put 2 and 2 together. Like, I feel like y'all got something going on because, y'all friends on Facebook. He be commenting on your status. But I was sensing that dude liked me, my second baby dad. I was sensing that, I'm like, okay, I think he do kind of like me. I wasn't dumb, but I don't think so because I don't think he'll, cross them lines or whatever the case may be. And y'all got to come back for part 3 to see how it happened because I feel like this video already too long. Y'all are so irritated. I'm reading some of these comments and somebody gonna say this is more interesting than the random man from Atlanta. Like, is it really? Okay, let's just get into part 3. So for those who haven't been watching, so this is about how my first baby dad, stepdad became my second baby dad, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna jump right in it. If y'all haven't seen the previous videos, you're just gonna have to watch the previous videos. You don't want to start here because I'm just gonna get into how we started actually fucking around. So boom, my first baby dad found out it was a connection between me and his stepdad. Obviously, y'all was living with him. The man was my friend on Facebook. He used to comment on my status, love my pictures. And, I was friends with my first baby dad as well. So he kind of put 2 and 2 together and figured out. And I used to tell my second baby dad, who is now my second baby dad, but at the time wasn't. I used to tell him, like, don't comment on my statuses. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted him to know. He wanted him to know something. Like, he was just, ugh. Okay, y'all, even though I was staying with the stepdad, in person, he could not say nothing. Like, we did not talk. He just used to text me all the time. So, boom, I'm finna get into how he started liking me. But, so, yeah, when my first baby dad found out, he just started doing me bogus. Like, he always have done me bogus. He always cheated on me. He disclaimed my son. It was just, y'all, all the way around, he's just a horrible person, my first baby dad. That's why I don't talk about him. I don't, So for those of y'all asking, I know the first baby dad must be hurt and this, that, and the other. Yeah, he was. For sure he was. But y'all don't know how bad that man hurted me. And to not be there for your child, like, even when he found out that I'm staying with his stepdad, you feel me? We had an argument. I'm like, you not giving me a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? I came up here for you to have a relationship with your son. So let's try to work towards getting our own shit, get a job, something. He was just like, fuck you, fuck that baby, all type of shit. So, okay. So, at this time, I'm still staying with stepdad after me and my first baby dad get into it. So I tell him, like, he found out, he know that I'm staying here. So he like, okay, well, whatever, fuck him. He ain't helping you. I'm finna help you get your own crib and this, that, and the other. So I'm like, okay. So I'm truly thinking he was gonna help me. But y'all still remember, at this time, I am still staying in his house. And I was, we still share rooms. But we never did nothing, never. So I'm finna skip to how we got into doing stuff and being together. But let me just clarify something because I see that I said 18 years old. I was 19. I got pregnant at 18. I had my son at 19. I started messing with my second baby dad when I was 19. For those of y'all in the comments talking about why did my mom let me come to Minnesota with a man, whatever, woo. First of all, she didn't know what I was doing. But at this point, I'm fucking grown. I'm 19 years old with a kid. And I don't know about y'all. I didn't get raised by fucking Sally and Sarah. I got raised by Yolanda Bounds, a real hood bitch from Cabrini Green. And my mom passed away 2 years ago. So please keep my mom out these motherfucking comments because she was a good mom. She wouldn't have stopped me from coming somewhere when I'm already grown, so I don't know, maybe y'all parents don't let y'all leave at 18 or whatever, but my mom, yes, her doors was always open, but she wasn't gonna stop me, so let's just did that right there. So the stepdad used to go to work every day from 8 to 4, and like I said, y'all, we used to always just text each other, but it wasn't really about nothing here. So he had bought me some hair and I had did my hair, and then I think I had went to one of his family functions. And this how it started. His family asked who I was, and he introduced me as his girlfriend. I was not his girlfriend. So I was kind of shocked as fuck. Like, he was like, they wouldn't understand the situation, so I'm just gonna say, such and such. So I'm like, okay. So as I'm sitting there, we at his family house, he's texting me like, I see you smiling, talking to my family. I haven't seen you smile since you've been around, and da da da. He was like, how would it feel if I really made you mine, or something like that. Y'all, I'm talking about, I'm sitting right across from him, so I can't act like I'm not seeing the message, but I was honestly like, I was like, I was so scared. Like, I was creeped out. I was just like, oh my God, this not right. Y'all, I was just... So I replied to the message. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I just basically was like, yeah, that'll be great, whatever. So we ended up getting back to the house. I'm like, my back hurt. Y'all know he gave me a massage, and it ended with a happy ending. And I ain't gonna lie. When we did that, I'm like, damn, this what a grown man feel like. So I became his girl, and we was in a relationship for 2 years. If y'all want me to do a part 4, I'll do how the family dynamic was after with my first baby dad, him, like how, but that's only if y'all want me to. But yeah. So part 4, but first I just want to say to all the people that saying I'm nasty and all this and saying, whatever, but done watch the whole story to hear what had happened. What does that say about you? You're really nasty. About how I made my first baby dad, stepdad, my baby dad. Huh? Are you thinking about it? Horn dog? So anywho, after we done did what we did, I guess we was dating. So, he was texting me the next day like, oh my God, like last night was just so amazing. And I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling the same way. I'm like, yeah. But y'all, I still didn't like him. Like, if y'all get what I'm saying. So, he wasn't postable. So, a lot of people from my hometown is probably just now hearing about this because I've never posted my second baby dad ever. First of all, I was ashamed because I'm like, he way older than me. And then, a lot of people didn't know he dated my, first baby dad mom. But, it's just, I don't know. So, I wasn't trying to be on social media with this man, but we was together in real life. But I did kind of grow to like him. So, boom, how did the mom find out? So, first, let me get into my first baby dad. So, I had wrote him one day, like, can you get my son, whatever? Why this man had his bitch write me back? Like, just, like, sassy. So, me and her arguing. So, I tell him, like, so I couldn't wait to throw it in his face because he just literally let a motherfucker take his phone, argue with me, and saying he can't get his son. Y'all, she was so jealous of my son, but whatever. So, she made him say this ain't his baby. Well, she didn't make him say it because technically, can't make a motherfucker do nothing, but whatever. So, I couldn't wait to throw it in his face. He told me and her talking about fighting and all this, that, and the other. I'm like, you know what? You can fight my man, your stepdad. He what? Yeah. Now we really doing it. So, he blocked me. So I reach out to his mom. I'm like, your son weak. Like, you need to like, she don't come to me with that shit. They ain't got shit to do with me, which it didn't. But, this your son. But y'all, I'm not even going to do too much on the mom because she did pass away, but I'm just really telling the story. So how she found out, I threw it in her face too. So, she kind of got on my ass. I ain't gonna lie, his mom is, she was a YT woman. And, but she had a mouth on her. So, she treated my ass. So I'm like, what? That's why So her reaction was just like, wow, she wrote him. Like, and he gave me the phone and showed me, like, yeah. So I wrote her back, like, don't write my man. And she blocked him. Y'all, that was just crazy to me. But she was a good grandma. Like, she really was a good grandma. The family dynamic was weird when I first started bringing my son around. I was a little, like, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little embarrassed. I was a little ashamed, like, to go around. Because I'm like, oh, wow, I just did some dirty ass shit. He used to drop me off over there, but he used to text my phone like crazy, like, what are you doing? But I'm not gonna lie, my second baby dad really, like, was, like, obsessed with me. Like, it was, like, crazy obsessed. Like, Y'all, it got crazy. Like, he started abusing me. So then to get back with him, he had a roommate. And it was his sister and her boyfriend stayed with us. And so, so once me and my baby dad relationship ended, I started dating the sister boyfriend, so his brother-in-law. Okay, y'all, let's just jump into part 5 on how I started dating. Like I said, we all stayed in the same house. I was living with my baby dad, and then his sister and her boyfriend, which is the brother-in-law, was roommates. During that time of me staying with my baby dad and being roommates with them, it wasn't too much encounter with the brother-in-law. Like, so for anybody that think I'm just all super snaked out, no, we rarely even talked to each other. We saw each other occasionally. Like, I'm telling y'all, my baby dad was so weird. It was like real R. Kelly type shit. Like, he had me trapped in the room. Like, he used to do the weirdest shit. And I really don't. I'll just give a little bit. So y'all know how I said my baby dad was obsessed with me. So like I said, he was like really like, I don't know, it was very controlling is the word. He used to go through my phone. He broke about 2 of my phones. I'm talking about snap them in half, like crazy. Like anything I used to, like if I'm texting on the phone, I'm texting somebody or I'm replying to a comment, he'd bend my fingers back. He used to just be crazy. Ugh. So towards the end of our relationship, it got real like abusive because he saw that I was finna move around. Like I'm finna move around. So me, the brother, him, and the sister used to go on. We went on like a couple double dates before, but like I said, I really never talked to the man like that. Never even really looked at him like that. But so boom, this one night, my baby dad get a phone call to say that I had got approved for my crib, and he was like, why would you do that? How did this happen? If you're moving, you could get the fuck out of my house. Because mind y'all, I told y'all, I had came up to Minnesota. I was homeless. I didn't have no family up here. So I stayed with him, who I thought was going. So I finally, at 20 years old, get approved for this crib. Like a year later. But I had to sneak and do it without him knowing. But he ended up finding out. So he was trying to put me out that night. Like he was like, get out. Get the fuck out of my house. And I'm like, where am I going to go? We arguing about that. And he just started putting his hands on me. So the brother-in-law right there, he just like get up and go in the room. Like, I was 20 years old. I didn't have no family, barely had friends. So I'm not going to lie. The younger me was scared. Like, I was scared. So, he did, he ended up going to jail. They took pictures of my face, so I had to end up leaving the house. So that night, the brother-in-law and the sister walked back in the house, and then my baby dad other sister come to the house. Y'all, they was on they bully with me. And I'm not going to lie. Like I said, the younger me, I was scared. I'm like, I know I can't beat all 3 of them up. Plus, it's a man. Like, so they was talking shit to me, and I was just getting my stuff and leaving out the house. I'm not going to lie. I was talking a little shit back, but now that I think about it, y'all was bullying the younger me. Bring that shit back, bitch. But no, I'm kind of cool with the sister that came in the house, but still, bitch, you tried to bully me. Now I'm ended up moving in my crib and shit like that. And I think a year later or so, the brother-in-law reached out to me on Facebook. He added me on Facebook, and he started liking all my pictures. So, I checked my inbox. He say, damn, girl, you still fine as hell. I sit here look like, ain't this the same man that didn't help me? Yeah. But whatever. I say thank you, and I accept the compliment. I think I made a status one night like, who can I pull up on? I'm bored, whatever. He like it. So I'm like, I don't owe my baby dad no loyalty. That man used to abuse me. It was a restraining order. So I'm like, this can't be a setup. So I ended up linking with him, and we talked all night, y'all. I think I was like drunk. I was lit. We talked all night, and it was like love at first sight. I ain't even gonna lie. Ugh. So to answer y'all questions, no, it was never about the looks with any one of them. Never. So yeah, we started dating, whatever. My baby dad found out he was hot. I'm talking about so hot. Like, y'all, he was hot. So me and the brother-in-law dating, and no, he was not with his sister no longer at that point. And I see a lot of y'all asking me about was my son, grandma, and my baby dad, my second baby dad, talking or still together. No, they was not. So I don't just be talking to people mans. Like, I hope that's not what y'all getting from this. I don't just talk to people mans. Like, you got to be single. The relationship got to be done. Like, I'm not that slimy. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it do get a little worse. So yeah, you just gonna have to come back for the race.
Wow. Oh my goodness, man. What can I say? What can I say? When I seen this story right here on TikTok, homie, I'm not gonna lie. I be listening to this type of stuff. You know, once y'all over here, it's too many gangsters over here. It's too many hardcore dudes over here. So when you go over there, you get the real reality folks over there that's dealing with real reality, real life situations. This is crazy. And she's fine. This is one of them women that's so fine. You know, you'll talk to, at least to me, she's fine. She's pretty to me. You'll get with her and you'll think everything cool. And before you know it, she'd have been and ran through your whole family, man. Y'all got to be careful of the women y'all pick, man. I don't even understand why the second baby daddy, okay, cool. But the third baby daddy, you already know in the history, man, you's a fool. Why can you trust something like this, man? This is not something that you marry, man. But hey, I can't knock her. I can't knock her for doing her thing, man. If y'all better take a screenshot of this picture right here, man, this lady right here. And when y'all see her run in the opposite direction. Man, I thought I had a crazy one, man. Nah, this one right here take the cake. This one right here take the cake. And what she say, she from Minnesota? Man, they out there crazy, man. Well, man, it's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV, man. I might bring some more of these up because this type of stuff be happening. Y'all see, I'm cracking up the whole time the show going because I can't believe this, man. This is crazy, man. Y'all be careful, man, and watch and watch who y'all date out here, man. Don't get fooled, man. It's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV. Catch y'all on the next one.